with Snap. Yeah, he's won the case. Blacko won the court case, fine. But out of human relationship, because Charlie Snap to do some, you know. So this is just an appeal. If Blacko could just Charlie, so that.
So what should Blacko do? What do you suggest?
Oh, just extend. An olive branch, Charlie, because he win the court case, so he can walk away. Say, but you took me to court. Okay, go.
So make you do a couple of shows for.
No, not be so safe. Like, I just want them to mend fences so that the spirits behind them go flow. Yeah. I don't want him to do anything extraordinary or play a couple of shows for
But this also be an advice to all of us. Yeah. Make you know things say any human being in destiny day your hand inside.
No, it's in God's hand.
Yeah.
No matter how you feel, you can't help the person. As to whether God will make that help beneficial be another
That's
matter.
Another thing.
Because if the person's destiny doesn't spell fortune, it will go down.
That's right.
All right, so hits 103.9 FM. All right, so now people, let's quickly go to Shatta Wale. Now, Shatta Wale was on rhythms, why do I say rhythms? Showbiz A to Z on Joy 99.7 FM with George Quay, Sadiq Abubakar, and the rest of the panel.
I was...
Mekwi was also there. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I know the rest of the panel.
And an issue came up in which Sarkodie's name came up. Shatta Wale, the one talk say, they give, like, Sarkodie could have been the first to reach where Black Sherif is now, that we are all talking about, but it makes like he didn't do anything with the Akon, kind of relationship. And let's quickly listen to what Akon said first. Akon made, this submission somewhere this year on Kylie J, yeah? Yeah, Kylie J's, space. And he said something very interesting about King Sack. So, and I think this is what Shatta Wale was making reference to. So let's hear that one first before we get to listen to how Shatta put it on Showbiz A to Z on Joy 99.7 FM.
This is someone like Sarkodie. Sarkodie should have been bigger than Wizkid. And so is you. No, but you see what Sarkodie even did. So is you. You are almost. You are bigger than Benabo. Sarkodie, and they put money into in craft in terms of videos and everything to make it perfectly right. But he's still not there. I'm saying that in the way Sarkodie does investment, you don't go to that extent. No, because if Sarkodie they do one and they watch him and the filmmaker. So the basis for not investing is you look at Sarkodie. No, they look at him because what they do no, he's alone. And he's using his money to do that. You know, so Sarkodie video, especially when Akon even mentioned Sarkodie's name, Sarkodie should have been there, but I could also say he didn't even take advantage of it.
All right, so that's what Shatta Wale feels, that Sarkodie didn't take advantage of Akon.
What did Sarkodie not take advantage of? Akon has got the answer.
All right. So let's check that one out.
Back in the day, I had a rumor of you signing an artist. I don't know if you know, Sarkodie is one of the biggest artists in Ghana right now. And we had a rumor about you signing him or something like that. Can you just explain to us what happened over there and if it was true?
Yeah, it was actually true. Sarkodie was the first artist that we signed out of Ghana. My brother Babs actually was dealing with him on a day-to-day basis. But at the time, it was one of them situations where when you sign African artists, you really didn't have full control over them. It was just the only thing that stopped you between the two of you guys that connected you was a piece of paper. So it would be up to the artist to say, okay, we have a contract, let's honor it, let's move it. But unfortunately, at that time, Africa really didn't have a system, and Sarkodie just moved a certain way that I think that just wasn't quite where we were going with it because we had plans to make him so much bigger. But I think at the time, his agenda was more focusing, which was actually it worked for him, at the time it did. But I think that it was a plan that, and it could, it's arguably or arguably not, but I know for sure, had he followed our plan, he would have been a global artist, without a doubt. But in a very short time, we realized that we really couldn't work with him yet because he just wasn't mentally ready to go on that level. So we didn't really, we just allowed him to continue moving the way he was moving. Because unfortunately, when you have an artist and you can't really control the artist or you can't control the asset to him, it's hard to you to do what you need to do with him if you don't have control over him. And I don't know if it was him specifically or the team that he had around him at that time, but it was just very difficult to get certain things done with the communication that we were getting communicating with his team at that. He wasn't able to really. He's one of the artists that I always say he's the artist that got away, because I feel like he had one of the, his talent was unbelievable. And at the time when we grabbed him, it was at the very early stages. So he really could have been a huge poster boy to everything that we were doing. But regardless of what was happening on that end in Ghana, I did everything I needed to do in the U.S. with or without the connection, because I needed to see him make it. So everything that I could push, or every button that I can press on this end to give him an easier path to make it in the U.S., I definitely did it.
Well, my people, you've heard Akon. So, Sarkodie's mystery box came to pass close by him, and probably he didn't identify it. That is a situation. Yes, and I'm sure that, he can ask himself now, why didn't I? Because around that time he was enjoying the fame so much so that, or is it that the team didn't have that vision? Sometimes Sarkodie wanted to do it, but the team, these people, this, that,
You are doing it,
you're already on your ground, so stand. These people, they go lost you, this, that.
But Akon is spoken. I'm not too sure Sarkodie is actually giving his side when it comes to this particular story.
No, Sarkodie, we are calling you out by playing back this and treating this to because, come out.
Yeah, Akon, they're talking on. For all you know, there's a side to it.
Yes.
There's a side to it that
I quite remember
will be
if
discouraging.
If my memory serves me right, I stand to be corrected.
Right.
With that particular issue, it came up that Sarkodie should do more singing than rapping. Or I don't know, something, I may be wrong. But I'm remembering something of that nature popped up. All right, so people, what do you think? Do you think that King Sark lose guard? Do you think it was the right decision? Do you believe that Akon is saying that if King Sark had used the routes that they planned for him, he would have been a global artist? He would have done everything to push him, to make him big in the US. We lose guard or what? Make we know 05 that sometimes. Now, people check Black Sherif out of curiosity. Way or thing says Black Sherif is not special. Way or thing be producer. Where he say Black Sherif, be special. If you say people they check him out because of curiosity. Now, if you have a collab with Burna Boy and just after 2 weeks everyone wants to listen to you because of the affiliation, Black Sherif is good, but let's not hype him beyond where he's supposed to be, because complacency can kill his career. And this is coming from Way or Ting. All right, so people, we are starting off with this. I don't know what you think about Way or Ting's assertion, but let me quickly give you some more details as to what he put out so that you can make some good sense out of it. Now, let me quickly get to the details of what he said. Oting said Black Sherif is good. The likes of Kwade are unique, just like Black Sherif is. But whichever sound they had or playing around with was already in there. So we appreciate that now. If you have an affiliation with Burna Boy and just upon releasing 2 songs, clearly everybody will want to listen to you. He went on to say Black Sherif is gaining popularity because of human curiosity. That means the kind of numbers we are seeing as a result of, like, hey, who is this guy that DJ Khaled is talking about? Who is this guy that Big Guns abroad, the post time, Burna Boy? It's like out of curiosity, the whole world wants to check him out. But it's not because of anything big. That is what in fact, I'm trying to understand what he so I'm adding some meat to his submission.
Yes. I think his point is flawed, because he uses a word special.
Yes.
Now the definition of special, better, greater, or otherwise different from what is usual.
Mm-hmm.
Black Sherif is presenting something that is different from what is usual. So he is special.
Mm-hmm.
The style. Listen to his delivery.
But Ian Kwade, do they have the storytelling style?
Yeah. However, the way they present him, listen to even the way they twist the English. It's exciting.
Yeah. English, they killing me.
They're killing me.
Proper.
You get it. Now, I also do not agree. Yes, affiliation, association, it does great deal of magic. But
talent is what is going to
Black
carry
Sherif is not the first person to do a collaboration with Burna Boy.
No, lately.
So now
After
so we have to bring lately into.
Oh no, Burna Boy back in the day when Shatta Wale held his hand was a nobody.
Was a nobody.
Yes. So let's look at it
from that angle,
from where he actually shot to the international fame.
Right. And also, if it's about curiosity, I think it could have ended with Second Sermon.
Well,
yeah,
yes.
I mean, I come to check out Black Sherif. Okay, Second Sermon, he's not special.
Yes, I'm getting the argument. Yeah.
Are you getting
Yes,
it?
I'm getting the argument.
Black Sherif's Second Sermon charged 9.6 million views on YouTube.
9.6 million views.
9.6 million.
And that was the first curiosity.
The first curiosity.
Yeah.
Now let's check it out. If the people who checked Black Sherif out, 9.6 million, thought there was nothing special about him, how would his next song accumulate as much as 13 million views on YouTube?
So you are giving us analytics.
I'm giving you
figures.
Exactly.
Facts.
Backed by science.
You are not speaking because you are satisfied. Wait, I didn't say you satisfied. I beg you. Wait, I beg you. Me and Meggy want to sing now. You just go chop. That's why they ask him. All right.
Right. So I mean, my point. By the way. So yeah, Black Sherif is special, and let's respect the fact that talent is not.
Also says something that is critical.
Right.
Complacency can kill talent. So if probably the person is not up to the level that you are making him believe that he is at, it may stifle growth. Because he may think that, I'm there already. I don't need to.
What would
you say about that?
What would be your definition of level? I've heard this kind of statement a lot of time, and the period that I heard it most was when DJ Switch won DJ of the Year.
Yeah.
Like level, she hasn't reached that level. When would the person reach that level? The person is here, and we are discussing him because he is on that level.
So he catch there already.
He catch there. I don't know which level.
Maybe if you said this is the first springboard, the second springboard they are ahead, so he will spring go higher. Maybe he's giving him more room for excellence.
He's on a path, and the only way he can get to wherever he is thinking he could get to is what is happening at the moment.
All right, so people, do you think that we are giving Black Sherif undue hype? Do you think that he is so very just like any of our stars out there, but we Ghanaians, because of the collabo he had with Burna Boy, etc.
Let us give him undue hype so that he can get into undue places.
Okay, so that is Mekwe's submission. I want your 054-884-1039, 054-884-1039. This is hits. Over the weekend, Shatta Wale. But before we get to that particular story, there's this video of an old video of Black Sherif. Because of his celebrity status, now almost everybody where you have some old video of they put them out. And there's this video that I find very attractive. The innocence on his face. That time no grow all this hair where they chew yam. He never knows say mystery box was near. He never knew.
I like that.
He never knew the mystery box was near. My people,
I like that.
And make we go check him out. Yeah, in the challenge, I'm going to say I'm dry, proper. He dry where they chew him. Black way he crops. He had a low cut. Very, very he and the boys for Konongo. My people, very exciting. It's very exciting to see the ashes of some of these stars. Yeah.
The man chew yam in the past where he reach, you say
you
reach
that level.
What level again? You chew the yam finish.
Man, they won't make me chopping pizza every morning. All right, so the video is rolling right about now, so people, you can check it out on Facebook. We are heading towards our next story.